So, as always, who's going to talk first after you press the record button?
Oh, we're both going to talk at the same
Oh,
time.
really? That's interesting.
What up, buddy?
Yeah.
I've missed you all
Oh,
week.
mate.
What
Gr-
my trusty sidekick.
Yeah. I've been grinding it to the bone, mate, and not on the console. Actually, in real life, I've actually had work to do. It's been
How
outrageous.
how bad is real life?
Oh, real life, mate. IRL in IRL is no good, mate. There just needs to be some sort of money tree, I reckon.
Yeah, work sucks.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And so while I was grinding away, I heard you were experimenting, mate. You were experimenting with someone else.
I was experimenting. We were able to get in and have a look at some iRacing, seeing as we talk about it a little bit.
Yep.
And you can't really bag something or say how something good is unless you get in there and see for yourself.
Yeah, because it has been a pretty big thing. A lot of blokes that we used to crank out GT Sport with 12 months ago, you won't see them anymore. They're all converted.
All to iRacing, all
Yeah.
gone.
So you went over there to have a look-see, and what did you see, mate?
What did I see? Is the grass greener
Apparently it's one shade of green.
on the other side? So true that. Yes, well, I don't know how to say it. It's not a bad game, but I think it's where all the cool kids hang out, and where I think someone said it was cool, and now everybody else just says it's cool.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's the greatest sim. I think it's pretty outdated.
Yep.
It looks, not that looks are everything, but it doesn't look great. It still looks like NASCAR 99 or something on PC, which was a lot better.
Yeah, I remember when someone tried to talk. I don't even know when this was, but someone tried to tell me I should get into sim racing. I don't know. It's got to be over 10 years ago. And I'm sure they were telling me to play iRacing back then.
iRace, yeah. Well, I mean, probably back then it was the thing, like 100%.
Oh, yeah, it probably was. But, like, what?
But
How old is iRacing?
I don't know. Maybe one of our listeners can
Yeah.
put that down below on how long it's been around. I think it's been around for a while, but
Yeah.
so I mean, I had a friend's account to play around with, so we did a couple of the rookie races, which everybody has to do, of course, but
Yeah.
was able to get into a GT3 car, and it just felt a little weird compared to, say, Seto Corsa, Competizione. It just has this weird snap oversteer on every corner. I just think it's over exaggerated.
Yep.
And then I don't know, like even some of the other cars, the lower powered cars, it just feels like the tail end is just sliding out. And if that's supposed to be realistic, I don't know. I don't think it is. I'm not a race car driver, so I wouldn't know. But I mean, after researching it a little bit, I mean, even talking to Joe, who's heavily into ACC now, a lot of your real life race car drivers aren't really fans of iRacing, because of the tyre model's not that great.
Yep.
I mean, even Gran Turismo's probably got a better tyre model.
Yeah. Well, Google just told me 2008 it was released. So that's
Good work,
12
Google. Thanks, buddy.
years ago, mate. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think just paying for it as well. I think the prices are just inflated, and but you know that's just me. I mean, I know there's plenty of guys on it and loving it, so I think it's a case of just, whatever it is you like, you like. I mean, there are heaps of options to try different classes and all that. So I get that. Do I have the time to invest in it or the computer? No, I'm still just I still like just turning on a console and getting down to business.
Yeah. It makes me think of like the pedal argument with everyone's like, oh, inverted pedals. Oh, inverted pedals. It's like, no, race cars take inverted pedals and put them to floor mount pedals. So sim racing used floor mount pedals, and then people that have never raced a race car now want inverted pedals. So it's like their daily driver. Just doesn't make any sense to me.
Because it's cool, man. It looks cool.
It's what the kids are doing, mate. That's what the kids are doing.
Yeah.
And iRacing.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I've actually have run across a lot of young people playing iRacing, which I was surprised. I thought it would be dinosaurs playing iRacing. I thought that's where, all your 2008 spec sim racers would be playing, not your kids. So, cheers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right there. I think the more younger people are onto iRacing now, I think a lot of the older people have gone back to their what do you got? R Factor 2,
Yeah,
ACC, of course, which has a massive, a set of course of the first one's got a massive modding community.
Yep.
There's even more people playing that, I think, than iRacing, and then you've got Assetto as well, which I think Assetto and your R Factors and your Auto Modelista or whatever it is.
Automoto Ballista? No, Automoto.
We can't say it.
I had it once.
You know what it is. I think the hardcore people are still playing those games.
I think it's a personality type too. I think the guys that played Gran Turismo just to be A+ are the same guys that play iRacing just to be 4,000 IR points or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't actually mean anything. It's just
you challenge, yeah. But I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah,
it's not a bad game. It's not a bad sim, definitely. But I don't know, when you're talking in levels of realism. Like we all know, Gran Turismo is just what's a SimCader really? We know that, and we don't care about that. But it's like if you're playing iRacing, if you've only just played iRacing, you're always going to bag out everything else.
Yeah, true.
As that's crap.
As small as the sim racing community is, the last thing we need is more divergence. So
yeah, but anyway, yeah. So we spent a couple of days doing that, and we won't be doing that again. So
yeah. Oh well, at least you had a go, mate. That's all it's about. Got to have a dip.
What about you, mate? I hear you reached level 100 in something.
Yeah,
really love you to tell the.
It's like level
listeners.
15 Gran Turismo, except like easier. So
well, I don't know. It's pretty tough for the old Ferbs, mate.
No. Yeah, no. Level 100 in Fortnite. Got my
there it
1,000
is.
V-Bucks, and now I've
come out of the closet.
Bought my first whatever that thing is. What do you do? Put a suit on or something?
You bought V-Bucks, didn't you?
No, like you earn them for free.
Oh, you earn them, and then you bought some suit, and you're going to get sucked into V-Bucks.
Yeah.
Pay,
but I had to do that while I was waiting for the new Gran Turismo Sport update to download.
And what a wait it was worth, hey? 360 meg, I think it was. So we knew we weren't getting anything exciting.
Oh.
But what did we get, my trusty sidekick? What did we get?
The world's fastest Yaris. I bet you that's not true too. I guarantee you there's faster Yarises. Yeah. I don't even know what it's called. What is it? Gazoo RZ Yaris N300 Plus.
Didn't even look really.
Yeah, no, me neither. That's how exciting it was.
I think I did 2 laps, mate. I think the same as you.
Oh no! I said
you went more.
I said I would do 100 kilometers. So
Give it the good rundown.
yeah, exactly. So I did 90 before I gave up. I almost got to 100, but I couldn't be bothered doing the extra 10 kilometers. That's way too many.
Was this just on the dirt? The
Yeah,
time
this is
trial?
that time trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I put the dirt shoes on and I went out there and I said, "Yep, I'm doing 100 kilometers." After about 70 kilometers, I was feeling I'd driven it enough, but I put my head down to get through the 100 kilometers. Actually, probably around that 75, 80 kilometer mark, the car started to come towards me. Actually, felt I think I needed to learn how to drive on dirt because I have no idea what I'm doing.
And you got what was your time? What'd you get your time down to?
123.8.
Oh, well, there you go, mate. You're up with the big fellas.
Yeah, 65th in the world it was at the time.
Oh, well, your Ferbs is about 4,500 and something with a time of 1 minute 30, and we put that car back in the garage. We didn't even want to know how it drove on the road. So,
yeah, so I used those extra 10 kilometres to go and do 10 kilometres around Tsukuba just to see how it would go. So just on
the time attack track,
yeah.
how'd it go?
I did a 103.1 and I think I did 5 laps. So I just got it over the 100 kilometre mark. So it ticked over 100 Ks on the clock.
And how does it sort of feel? It's four-wheel drive, isn't it?
Terrible. It's a pig. It's like driving a Subaru, mate. It's like that front is so heavy. It does have a lot of power, though. It does do bucket loads of wheel spin on the way out of the couple of hairpins you got to pull out of. But in comparison, this week's daily race A with the RX-7 from 1999 or whatever it was, that does a 103.3 or something. So
it's a bit of a slug bucket.
Yeah, so your state-of-the-art 1990s road car is just as quick.
So why do you... I mean, we've been pretty dry with Gran Turismo Sport updates. We understand that's... We weren't really expecting anything, but why do you reckon they would go Toyota like this particular car? Is it because of the
sponsorship? It's got to be
the sponsorship, mate.
Yeah, I dare say somewhere on a piece of paper that they had to release 2 cars or something, or in the one financial year they had to do something, and then so Toyota decided, right, well, the game's coming to an end. We may as well get our money's worth. Here's the car.
We'll get our best car in there, seeing as the other Toyotas are pretty crap. So
there's meant to be some tie-in with WRC. Is that the current WRC car? Maybe. I'm sure I read that somewhere.
I believe there is the WRC version of that.
That's the road-going version of the WRC car, maybe. Like as in, back in the old WRX 22B days. Like it had a bit of poke.
So was it worth the update? But do you reckon?
No, I do.
Did it bring any excitement? I mean, we were pretty excited. You were pretty excited last week.
Was I?
When you announced it, saying, "Oh, can't wait for the update and smash out that Yaris."
Oh yeah. Oh look, there's worse things in the world that could have happened. But and that's not even the big news of the update. They reckon there was a penalty system update, which I haven't heard anything or read anything much about so far. So one can only assume nothing's changed there. But I hope you're all sitting down.
Oh, no.
Nissan changed their logo.
I know.
Oh, that is the news. That's the biggest news of the update, probably, being a Nissan fanboy.
I think it's the biggest thing that they've done for GT Sport.
I would tend to agree.
Because you told me this morning, because I hadn't even turned the bloody thing on really, but you told me, I think it was yesterday or something.
Yes.
Have you seen the Nissan logo? And I'm thinking, what are you on about? You're like, it's changed. And I had a look and went, what the hell?
Yeah, that was crazy. It's the first thing I noticed. Like you go to the brand manager screen to buy the brand new Toyota Yaris thing out. And as soon as you land on the screen, there's a different Nissan logo. Apparently they've revised it to 2D. And then, that's what it looks like. It looks, I don't know, it looks pretty average, but I've got a feeling I'll look back in a couple of years and go, oh my God, the design language is so good. But
yeah, so I mean, I didn't even know any of this really. I mean, you did some research and told me about this too, about companies with their internet logo.
yeah.
So this is I don't know,
Nissan's
mate. Just
sort of 2D promotional logo or something like that. So BMW and Volkswagen recently released 2D logos, so their company looks cool and internet trendy. And so I think this is Nissan's reply. They're trying to look cool and internet trendy too. So,
and do you think it's trendy? Do you think they put a lot of time and effort into it, mate? I mean, how long do you reckon it took them to do that, mate?
well,
because I know you have this information.
well, looking at the logo, it looks like it was given to the intern who spent his lunch break redesigning it.
He just flattened it with a hammer, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But no, apparently that logo took 3 years to design.
Oh my God. Who was in charge of that?
I don't even want to know, mate. But the BMW logo, I reckon, looks really, really good, the 2D one. And the 2D Volkswagen logo, it doesn't look awesome, but it looks okay as well. Yeah. And one, the third one that I know about, and it is the worst yet. So, Nissan, back to the drawing board, mate. Just like your cars. You need to go back to the 90s, release mad road-going cars that everyone can afford.
Yeah. Just stop with this. Oh, well, they kind of have stopped with this hatch crap and little mini SUV crap. I mean, just stop it. We don't want it anymore.
The world doesn't want an SUV.
No, we would really like an updated Nissan Pulsar GTIR. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you never got onto that Duke thing, that Duke GDR or whatever it was. That was the worst idea I've ever seen.
I was a bit of a fan when it came out, when it was sort of talking all that stuff about it.
Yep.
But I think it's because we never really got it out here in Australia. It was
so it'd be an import, which makes it cool and trendy by virtue.
Yeah, I mean, we had the pussy down version.
Yep.
Which had the turbo on it, but they're pretty rare out here. And then you've just got, of course, the go pick the kids up from school.
Yeah. The more I see them, the worse that car is.
They're horrible. They look like a RAV4, just squashed down a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. And we haven't even really got onto the big topic of the week, have we? What happened Thursday, mate? What?
I don't know.
First,
what did happen?
Donnie drops it on the internet early in the AMs, the picture of his PS5. And it's like, New Zealand really is the future, mate. Like, everyone's still in bed, and we're picking up bloody our PS5s from wherever it is, EB Games or whoever.
Yeah, he's gaming. He's out the gates. Then later on in the day, Chad Rice, our good mate Chad, he got his from delivered from JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, beautiful!
Probably about lunchtime-ish. He'd had a few issues with his pre-order. Luckily, it all got sorted out. But so it seems that JB, being smart, they would have sent it out the day before. Yep. So that leaves Joe and myself. We were only able to get the PS5 from Target Australia, of course, and they decide that they send it out on release day, and we are both still sitting here with no PS5, with a Monday expected delivery time, and two little angry boys at the moment. But
oh yes,
not to worry.
It's Saturday afternoon already for you.
Saturday afternoon,
which means it's not coming because they only deliver in the morning, don't they?
Yeah, no, it's not coming. It still says it's sitting at the sorting facility. Because
Smoko, mate, and nothing happens at Smoko.
You just say, the excitement's it's all over. I don't care anymore.
Was good to see Donnie throw up a few PS5's GT Sport streams, though. That was good. But You were saying it just looks similar to the PS4 Pro, or if not exactly like the PS4 Pro.
So yes, it is. I guess for me though, it's because I don't play on a PS4 Pro. So me seeing that, and I think, like I said to you, even when you stream, your versions look a little bit crisper.
Yep.
They always have. So, but there is no update for the PS5 for GT Sport.
Yeah, which is the rumor mill was trying to beat something up, and I was more than happy to jump on that hype train. But yeah,
oh, we all would have loved it, mate. But I think with GT7 coming,
there's just no point, is there?
Very soon. I mean, why are you gonna? And what are you gonna do? There's not going to be an update with just 300 meg.
Yeah.
That doesn't. That takes that. The Nissan badge took up 250 meg. So
yep.
I'm pretty sure it was bigger in size compared to the Yaris. So
definitely.
So no, but I mean, it's you don't get a PS5 just for Gran Turismo. Although
I was going to say,
I know a lot of people will. Mr. In Exile and Loopy Racing.
I'm pretty sure. pretty sure I say this every episode. Gran Turismo is the only reason I buy PlayStations. So
no, I know. It's you don't eject anything from yours. So.
No, it's a one game console.
But we got our first PS5 game, so we just hold the cover and stare at that, mate.
I was really looking forward to some chat like you have in yours now, and just seeing how the Fanatec gear worked on it already, like whether it was all plug and play and no updates and this and that. I heard Fanatec ran a stable upgrade during the week. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm sure it came across my stream somewhere. But as I was grinding away in the real world, I haven't had time to have a look.
I'll have to suss that out. Is that a stable upgrade just for the beta?
I think
that we're running.
Yeah, like the 1.5 or whatever it is. I think I'm on 1.3 or something like that, and apparently 1.5's gone stable. So
right.
Don't quote those numbers, but it's something like that.
That's just for the base, isn't it?
I don't really know what I'm talking about, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, but that would be interesting. Like, I wonder if that had anything to do with the PS5 going live. I was hoping that we might get a chance to chat about it, but Target has hooked you up.
Target, mate.
Or failed to.
Hooking us right up. But that's all right. We should be working right now. We've got a fair bit of work at the moment with some cars. So
that's good news.
That will keep us busy.
Yeah.
If you are playing your PlayStation 5, and let us know how you're going with it. Is it just awesome? Is it awesome just to look at?
Is the box size equal to how awesome it is? So I've heard people talking about the big box size. Like, oh my God, it's so big.
Yeah, and are you standing it up? Are you laying it down? I mean, really, I don't want to hear any of this, because I'm tipping that come Monday, I'm still going to be sitting here sulking like a little 10-year-old.
Yeah. So with being so busy, I guess that means you haven't done any dailies this week?
We cut a few quick laps, but Furby's legs were a little sore from work, and we really haven't put any time in. About yourself, you did a couple of streams on Suzuka, mate, doing well there.
I think Monday, Wednesday, and then that was one thing I was going to bring up. Yeah, I changed my settings on my wheel. I've gone to 5 and 4. I just found like that Group 2 car could really accept the higher. I don't know, what's the second setting? Sensitivity. You could really
5 and 4.
Yeah, which is outrageous for someone like me.
What were you on before?
5 and 2, and I was 5 and 1. I went to 5 and 2 probably 2 weeks ago just to feel it, and then
you need to toughen up, mate.
Yeah,
7 and 6.
What?
Get on it, mate. It's the magic combo for your Fanatec.
Oh, you're dreaming, mate.
No,
I
mate.
I really felt that I
the
could
big
feel
boys
the
play.
front tyres a lot
Mate,
better.
you get a 7 and 6, you feel everything, mate. It feels like there's an elephant on your roof.
Feels like the power steering's been removed.
Yep.
I draw enough of a sweat without making the wheel too heavy.
That you do. But you've had some fun out at Suzuka, mate.
Yeah. Actually, really enjoyed it. I didn't want to do it. It was a combo I was going to avoid at all costs. And then I've done it. I think I just wanted to break out the Brabham 16, and
it's a good livery, that one.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, why not? I haven't driven this car in ages. We'll just roll the dice. And then Hook was in the chat, and
did he hook you up with some strats?
Yeah, he just goes, "Oh, try two-stop, mate. Go hard." And I was just like, "Why the hell not?" And it just kept working. So, and tried the.
They're good. They're good fun to drive. I mean, I'm not the greatest in the GR2s, never have been, and now it's a little bit harder because we are about 2 seconds off because we are back in the in-car view, but we are going to stay there. But why aren't we getting rid of nations and having a GR2?
Oh yeah,
competition, mate.
We talked about this before, or it's definitely one of the things that I've wanted to add to the game, mate. Like definitely, even if part of manufacturers just faster cars, I'm starting to feel that the Group 3s are just a touch too slow. Just need a more challenging car.
Can they give us a GR3 and GR2s? Can we just get a shell of whatever manufacturer it is you're driving?
Yeah.
Just to be able to do it, because the GR4s are getting slower now too. Like, it's just...
Yeah. It would be really good. I'd really love to see that. Like, yeah, just imagine manufacturers with like 3 different car styles. It would be epic. Especially the fast ones. I'm starting to get addicted to the faster cars again. It takes me back to me Super Formula days of pounding that out week on week, month on month.
Yeah.
You just start to get the need for speed.
Not the game, just the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to be so accurate. Like, it feels like every little mistake you make in a Group 2 car, oh, that's 3/10. You're like, 3/10? That's, you know what I mean? Like, that's daylight. It's just like, oh, tiny little error. Oh.
But I think
it's all your time. Oh, sorry, mate.
But I think they're really good cars too. For even if you don't like driving them and you might be coming off the road, I think they're really good for learning your steering inputs. Like,
yeah,
being very smooth. Like, because you don't have to be aggressive in the GR2 with the wheel.
Yeah,
it's all about that tiniest of inputs, and I mean the thing just flies.
Yeah, doesn't it? Like, you just got to be accurate, like time everything nicely, and what is it? Heavy brakes is no good because you just lock up the front tires, and light brakes is no good because what is it? You're traveling so fast that you don't wipe off any speed. So it's just like, especially at Suzuka in Sector 1, it's yeah.
They like a bit of a trail brake, these cars, and a bit of a stab. So
yeah, they respond. Yeah, they just do it. They do what they're told if you're fast enough to tell them how to do it. Which I was struggling. I tried the next day to beat my qualifying time. I think I did another 200 kilometers because I was really, really, really wanted to beat that time. But I just, it's just so hard. Every tiny little mistake. I got my optimal even lower again, but stitching it together is just so difficult. It's just, especially at Suzuka, that's 2 minutes, and most people know I can't concentrate for 2 minutes. So it's like, oh,
surprise! We've been going for 29 minutes.
Yeah,
that's outrageous. No, it's a pretty good track with the GR2s. I mean, any track with the GR2s is a pretty good track, really, even the ones you hate. So
yeah, I would like to see them more in the game, and I really thought 3 years ago that they were going to add all the DTM cars because IRL, DTM, and Super GT had their regulations combined so that you could make one car and race in both series. So I thought we were going to have, the 08 and the 16 Super GT cars, and then they were going to drop the 08 and the 16 DTMs on them and then pair them all up, and then it was just going to be an epic game. Like, could you imagine? Audi.
Yeah, no, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, all with Group 2 cars. It would just be epic. It would have, you wouldn't see me in any other car, I don't think. And as for manufacturers, I'd just be grinding out that. Yeah, like you said, just swap nations for a Group 2 series, like full.
We don't need nations anymore.
Not for Oceania, that's for sure.
Unless you want to open up the region, I'm all for nations, but Australia versus New Zealand.
So maybe GT7 can get us some DTM cars. Oh no, isn't British touring cars coming out again? I bet you they bought them all. That's so annoying with games buying rights. Then we can't have the cars in the big games.
Yeah, I think like Codemastery type and some other companies have all those European sort of rights still, maybe.
Yeah, unlucky.
Could be totally wrong, but yeah, you've still got some of those on PC, of course.
Yeah. Damn.
But we will have to wait and see, mate, when Gran Turismo 7 launches, not on launch day like we predicted.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what can we talk about in regards to improving your sim racing this week?
Some tips, mate. Some tips. What?
Yeah.
We were having a chat before, mate, and you were brought up some.
Just like your performance over your results. So winning your race by 10 seconds, if it's 25 seconds better than your optimal race time, is not a good result. But in the same respect, if you set a PB in your race time and you come last, that's a good result. So generally with racing, or not with always, but you're sort of racing yourself and you're always trying to improve your own performance. So anyone that watches my streams will notice I focus a lot on my race times, trying to just find even 2 or 3 seconds over a 20-minute race is sometimes a fairly big achievement. So it doesn't really matter where you come as long as you feel as though you're maximizing the most out of what the car can do. And just looking around to see what other drivers are doing, other drivers' skill levels, how they're managing their races, and that kind of stuff.
Just give them a little tap. If
they're in your way.
If you get a bit of acceleration out of there, and you just give them a bit of a tap, and just give them a, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, just move them off the road a little bit, eh?
Just car there, bro. What are you doing?
What are you doing, mate?
Yeah, no, you're spot on with that, mate. With your performance, more performance over results, really. Which kind of comes into focusing on being consistent.
Yeah.
Even if if it's a 10-lap race and who cares if you're off the pace of the front runners? It's a good feeling seeing a nice consistent time spread across your laps.
Yeah.
Say 152s and sort of up to a 153, and you're probably going to have to pit.
Yeah.
And getting it back down to a 50, the 52s, and because I think if you start seeing too much of a spread, you've probably got to try and get your consistency, your performance sort of back for that total time, like you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty stoked when I saw two consecutive laps within 0.2 of a second. I was like, oh, how's that, mate? That's not bad.
Well, that's bloody hard to do, but especially with tyre degradation on the daily race C, of course. But I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, that's why I love daily race C more, because there is that tyre wear, and I know some people don't like saving tyres or whatever, but
part of the game.
I think there's still a lot of sort of tricks you can pull out of your sleeve by, either easing off at the start and then coming back strong, or sort of vice versa. It's good to see different things from different people.
Yeah, exactly. Tyre management, race management.
But your results, you don't feel bad if you don't win. Like, we all want to win, of course.
Yep.
But you definitely can't win it in the first corner, of course, and
got to be there at the end, mate. Be there at the end.
Be there at the end.
I was going to say, I managed to win a race from 5th this week, and that was just from everyone else in front of me falling off. It was funny as.
Well, I mean, especially in those GR2s, you can apply so much pressure by just sitting right behind and, just cruising around, because, it does induce a bit of panic when you're going that fast.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've found it myself too when I was getting put pressure on. It's just like I would check my lap time at the end of the lap and I'm like, oh no, that's a solid lap. If I can just maintain this pace, then that puts the pressure back on the chase driver, because he has to now stay at that pace as well, and he might have just been using a little bit of tyre or a little bit of slipstream to stay there. But if you don't want to use that pressure from the rear to put pressure back on them. They're like, well, you've stayed with me, now you're going to have to even go faster than that again if you want to overtake me. So well, it looks like I've just had a breakdown come through on my phone, so that might be it for me. It's
off to work, mate, hey?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, that's not good, mate. So I think we've dribbled enough, mate. That's all the dribble we're going to have time for. Right?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. But same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, channel SimCaders.
Yeah, see you there. Thanks for making it this far through the podcast.
Word up. Have a good weekend, mate.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Cheers for having a chat.
All right, mate. Laters.